it's kind of throwing me off my routine having a press conference on the Sunday. So, had two really good practices this weekend. Have slowly started preparing for the Armed Forces Bowl and our opponent Army. Doing that while we're finishing up an official visit recruiting weekend. So, been really busy getting off the road doing all that. But it's the most wonderful time of the year. Bowl season, football season, Christmas season, and signing season, all kind of wrapped up in one. So, yeah, with that, I guess I'll take questions.
I know you mentioned it's been a busy time, but did you get a chance to watch the Army-Navy game yesterday? Did you take anything away from it?
Yeah, I watched every snap. Obviously, that's one of the greatest games in college football, and the passion that both teams play with. Really good football game. I thought both teams battled really well. Very impressed with the discipline that Army plays with, really on both phases or in all three phases. They do a really good job of attacking your punt team. They do a really good job in special teams and putting the pressure on you, which was evident yesterday. Should have had a blocked punt backed up. Offensively, they got two dynamic quarterbacks. Both of them present different strengths. And we're going to have to prepare for both the option, but they do spread out and run some conventional offense too, which creates a whole nother set of issues. And then defensively, Nate Woody does a tremendous job. Multiple front defense, multiple pressure packages, zone and man coverage. And so it's going to be a real challenge. And you saw that on display yesterday.
With playing a fairly early bowl game and then throw in all the recruiting stuff, does it make for a pretty challenging few weeks? Is this fairly unconventional?
Yeah, it's been a real challenge just because, we've known our opponent for a week, but, I was out on the road from Sunday night all the way till really Friday afternoon, and then rolled right into a recruiting weekend. So we'll spend the next 2 days. Like I said, we've done preliminary stuff. I've watched, on the road in between, on flights whenever I could, watch what I can. But we'll spend the next 2 days while our guys, we've also got finals going on, which adds a whole nother layer of complication to it. So they'll be utilizing the next 3 days for finals. We'll be utilizing the next 3 days to game plan and National Signing Day, and then we'll begin a work week on Thursday, traveling on Saturday to the bowl site.
How tough is it to just prioritize and compartmentalize when you have an important bowl game and then obviously this is a really important time for recruiting as well?
Yeah, it's tough, but it is what it is, and you got to just maintain focus on what the most important task at hand is right now, and that's kind of what we've been doing.
You've talked about bowl practices being an opportunity to see what you got from some of the younger guys.
Yeah.
Specifically at running back, how do you balance, preparing Tyler to play in the game and I'm sure play a featured role versus also seeing what you have in some of the guys behind it?
Yeah, we've really been able to get the last 4 practices and did some stuff last week in an unconventional way to get some work towards the future. Tyler, he doesn't need a whole lot of reps to stay ready to play. And so this has been really good for our guys to continue to get that work on how exactly we, run our schemes and what's the best way for those guys to get comfortable in those blocking schemes.
You've had so many guys on this team that wanted this so badly. What's kind of the tone in these practices? I know you're getting work done, but I got to imagine you guys are pretty excited to be doing this right now.
Yeah, I think really since the bye week, I think the camaraderie and the chemistry on this team has been really strong, and they still want to play. You get to this time of year, there's going to be guys who necessarily don't want to and whatnot, but these guys really want to play and they really want to be here. And I think it's also a really good carrot to have in front of them that they're going to get to be home for Christmas. They kind of have an opportunity to play and then get to be with their families for Christmas and an extended break. But I've seen a lot of great attitudes. It's a celebration for them on the season, but they have to have determination to win the game.
I know you've talked about that a lot in recent weeks about the bye week kind of being the reset. Was there a time, maybe in a practice or a meeting, where you felt like, hey, this clicked, this attitude has changed, this approach has changed?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I really kind of felt it more in the locker room after the Vandy win. Like there was a genuine excitement and celebration instead of I felt like early in the season it was kind of like a relief when we won. like it was expected. And when you feel like that, maybe you feel like there's too much pressure on the team instead of just playing for the joy and passion of playing and the enjoyment of each other. And I think maybe we were feeling that. And I think after, the bye week, it really came to a determination to win and knowing that if we won, we were going to get to continue to play.
What's your tight end position look like? I know you talked to a couple guys before, just for this.
Yeah. I don't know. We're kind of, we've got some younger guys. Obviously, Ryan Horskamp can play and not burn his eligibility. We got Kibet Chepator that's going to be ready to go, and then we can potentially play in some 20 personnel with 2 running backs on the field. We can potentially play with 10 personnel. We haven't finalized what that'll look like yet. I mean, obviously, there's other guys on the offensive line that could maybe slide over and play some tight end in-line tight end position. So we'll figure it out. Wish those guys the best that chose to move on, and like we do with everybody. I mean, college football is allowed for these guys opportunities to seek what other things might be out there, and I'm sure there's going to be a few more, and that's all fine. We want guys who really want to be here and are committed to what we're trying to accomplish, and wish those guys the best as they move forward. But we'll find a way to make it work.
Is there someone who's stepping up to be the position coach there in the interim?
Oh, for Coach Woods being gone? Yeah, we've kind of had Keegan McDaniel, who's been a quality control assistant, has helped out right now, and then Cole Cook, who played tight end for me, have both helped out, and we'll figure out this week which one we maybe elevate onto the field for the ball game.
Coach, how are the quarterbacks doing? Do you want to give us any insight on that?
Yeah, no, it's been really good. Great competition, and been wide open, been rotating who goes with the ones. We've gotten some really good on-good work, some end-of-game scenarios, and, we've thrown some touchdowns, we've thrown some interceptions. We're continuing to improve our decision-making and accuracy downfield, and look forward to continue to see this competition.
When you're kind of analyzing that and breaking it down, I'm guessing it's not like a horse race, like, okay, this guy's ahead, this guy pulled ahead. What's kind of how do you look at that competition and what you want to see and how it plays out?
Yeah, I mean, we really judge on basically 5 different things, toughness, preparation, decision-making, accuracy, and leadership, and how do those guys display those 5 things and characteristics, which we think are the characteristics of what they're going to be to help us win. I think within those, you've got the decision-making and accuracy, which are tangible. You can see that in every play, whether or not they're making the right decisions with the ball and their reads, or whether or not the accuracy of the pass. I think the preparation goes, you can see that on the field, but you can see that on and off the field too, where guys are coming in, putting extra time, understanding the schemes that we want. Leadership, I think, are the guys rallying around them, and do they display, do they bring something to the practice, to the environment that they're put in? So we're evaluating all of that. And then toughness is, how do you bounce back from a bad performance, whether it's a bad play, whether it's a bad interception, whether it's a couple bad plays. How do you respond? And do you still provide the things that we need to this football team in order to help us win? So all that's in consideration.
Anything else for Coach?
Eli, I know what Caleb said he's opting out. Are there any other seniors that aren't playing that you know of?
No. Wish Caleb the absolute best. I know he got a Senior Bowl invite, and he's choosing to get prepared for that. Have not had anybody come to me yet. So when we do, if we do, we'll update y'all as we get that information. But as of right now, pretty excited about what we're doing and where we're going.
Thank you, sir. We'll be right back with players.
How much time do you spend, I guess, sort of focusing these practices on Army's offense specifically versus like getting reps in a standard offense for some of the younger guys?
Honestly, right now we've really been doing a lot of technique and fundamentals, because we understand like an offense nobody's seen since high school really. So right now we're really just focusing on getting a lot of technique reps as far as defeating the cut blocks and whatnot. And I think we're gonna start progressing. Well, obviously we're gonna start progressing the closer we get to the game. But right now, just focusing on technique.
Has it been difficult to try and catch up with whatever Army's doing on offense?
I would say it's difficult. It's just really learning a new way to defeat blocks. As a D lineman, obviously you gotta use your hands, use your feet, use your eyes. But now it's a way different tempo, way different angle of how you're getting your blocks. So really just trying to assimilate the blocks as best we can in practice so that come game day we'll be prepared and ready to go.
Did you play against the triple option much in high school?
It's funny. I never played against it, but my high school we ran the wing T, but we didn't have a triple option. We just had 3 running backs, and I was a tight end, so it was just blocking every play. We didn't cut like Army did, but we just just ran the ball every play. So kind of familiar, but not too familiar.
Is there anything you can take away from that, or is
From high school or from Army? From high school, sure they gonna run the ball by every play. So yeah, like high school, we ran the ball every play. Army, they run the ball every play. I've seen their game yesterday. They passed a little bit more, but I definitely feel like they're going to want to run the ball against us and stuff like that.
How much of a test is that for you guys, that there was such a turnaround done on the run defense from the first half of the season to the second half of the season for the teams that run the ball well? How much of a test do you see it for you guys?
I see it as a test like it is every week. Like every Saturday, in my opinion, I feel like it's a test. Like Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursday, those review days, it's going to be a test because they're going to want to come out and play hard and run the ball. And we struggled with the run in the past, but now we're definitely picked up in the run games. But I definitely think it's going to be a good challenge for everybody, and we're going to take practice very serious and be very prepared so that we be successful on game day.
As a defender, how much do you hate cut blocks? What's the worst thing?
I hate them a lot. Cause it's funny because my 2 injuries I had was from cut blocks. So I don't like them at all. However, I understand I got to really hone in on my technique and keep myself safe and be able to still play fast and play at a high level. But I have to just do a better job understanding the technique and, but I don't like them at all.
Is there a team you played this year that did it more than others?
Not specifically. I feel like every offensive game, there's a few plays where they try to cut everybody off backside, so the backside can't pursue to the ball. But yeah, not as much as Army.
Hey, Derek.
Hey.
Coach Davis told us last week that kind of the process is in the works for Coach Davis to get the defensive line coach gig full time. What's your all's reaction to that?
I think it's big time because it gives a lot of us a lot of security about what's going on and how Coach Drinks feels about our defensive line room. Because, like I said, I've experienced a lot of changes. Originally recruited by Coach Odom, Coach Haley. Coach Haley's not here. Coach Odom's not here. Jeffro's here. Jeffro's not here. But I feel like Al did a great job this season taking over and bringing in new energy and getting us to play very well. So I'm just glad Coach Drink is trying to make that happen and keep him here, just really keep us balanced and honestly just keep us moving forward. I feel like sometimes change makes things very up and down, but I think keeping Al is going to keep everything going forward.
A few people have mentioned his energy when talking about
Yeah.
it. What does that look like?
The best way to describe it, he's a very good communicator. In our meetings, he's very passionate. He's very detailed about what we need to get done, how fast we need to play, and he just brings great energy every day at practice. On game day, he's not the type of coach that's when things happen in the game, he's not the type of coach to jump on you, nothing like that. We listen, understand, make a mistake, now go back. And I think he does a good job of how he communicates because it really gives you a lot of confidence. Because at the end of the day, football, not everything's going to be perfect. Mistakes are going to happen, but he just does a good job of keeping you confident and keeping you ready to go.
Darius, Coach Drink, you've talked with us many times about kind of the turn this season took post-bye week.
Yeah.
Can you kind of describe the feeling that has been growing in this group, maybe since then, through Vanderbilt, to get you to the point where you're bowl eligible? And, I think Coach described it as winning isn't a relief.
Yeah.
It's something you guys have built towards.
Yeah, I definitely say downstairs, it was a lot. Honestly, at the beginning of the season, there's a lot of different things, a lot of different injuries, a lot of different just things going on with the team. But I felt like after the bye week, everyone started to understand, this is our season. This is how many games we got left, and what are we going to do? And I feel like we have a good group of men that are willing to compete and play for one another. And I think we turned it on right after the bye week. And it's crazy. I was just talking to Isaiah, and I was telling him, like, it kind of sucks that we turn it on so fast because, like, dang, you wish you get that game back or that game back. But the way, like, football works, you can't get those back, and you can only build on the moments we have now. But I definitely think a team, everyone started to buy into each other, trust each other, and really just play for one another. And everyone was responsible for their responsibilities on the field. And that's why I feel like our team has really played better since the bye week.
Do you feel like this is something that this program can carry forward and it's not
Yeah.
with the last game of this season?
Yeah, I definitely think we're trending forward, not just for the end of this year, but I think going forward, like heading into spring ball, into next season, because I think we have the right coaching staff and the right players with the same mindset of buying in and wanting to win. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, you do this to win. And, like, everybody has to be on the same page, and I feel like everybody is really on the same page. And our seniors are going to leave, which is going to be kind of sad, but our new guys that come in, I feel like we have a good foundation set, so when they come in, they understand, like, this is the process, and we're going to do things so that we can win moving forward. So I definitely think everything's going to trend forward.
Anything else for D-Rob? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, guys.
Harrison, should the Rosa Award come with an asterisk?
What?
Should it come with an asterisk since you weren't on the finalist list?
No.
I think we've talked to you since the motivation, or how do you look at things like that?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, Jake Moody's a really good kicker out of Michigan. I know him. He's really good. So it's congratulations to him. Yeah, kind of. It could be used as motivation, but it is what it is. So.
How do extra practices help you going towards a bowl game as a kicker? Is there anything specific that you get from this extra couple weeks of the season?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's more just kind of getting that rest from the season. My leg was kind of getting tired towards the end of the season, so now it's more so about recovery. What do you call it? Mastering my techniques and just making it nice and crisp. So.
How do you stay fresh while you're getting that sort of rest?
Yeah, it's just more so rep count, just not taking as many reps, watching what I do in practice, and just recovery-wise, getting in the training room, getting recovery and stuff like that. So, and of course, there's more time to do that as we're preparing for the bowl game. So.
What was your reaction to getting the Armed Forces Bowl, playing a team like Army? Any special thoughts about that, or?
No, yeah, we're excited to play in the bowl game. Army actually was the first to offer me coming out of high school, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, exciting. They run my high school and ran triple option, so I kind of know their offense. We ran their offense actually, but so it'll be kind of cool to see. But yeah, I'm excited. So.
Did you do something besides kick in high school and punt?
No, just kicker punter. Yeah.
Okay. I was curious, like if you were blocking or something, you could help.
No. I do know that Army's special teams, they're going to come after us, punt and field goal. So we'll be prepared for that as well. So.
Did you get a chance to watch the game yesterday at all?
Oh yeah, I watched it. It was fun to watch. America's game. It was really cool. So.
I think Connor is also ran triple option in high school. I don't know how much you're around him during practice or how much you can help, if you guys help at all.
No, I don't know. I'm not a quarterback. I don't know anything. What they do. So.
How much did you consider Army when they offered you?
Well, as a kicker, when you're being recruited, you're kind of last in line to be recruited. I considered it a little bit. My high school ran, my coach really loved the Army offense and all that. So, I mean, it was an offer, so. But I absolutely love Missouri, and I'm happy I'm here. So.
Don't know if you had a chance to speak to you either since you were named first team All SEC. Just describe how that felt.
Yeah, I think I had a really good season. We're just getting ready for Army, but give props to my protection all year. All those guys have been All-Americans protection-wise. Daniel Hawthorne has done an amazing job snapping. Grant McInnes, All-American holder, should be. He's done a fantastic job. So.
Anything else for Harrison? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Still have these opportunities.
No doubt. I mean, I waited 6 years for this, you know what I mean? I've waited a long time for my head coach to announce to the team what bowl we're going to, who we're playing, all that fun stuff, so really excited.
feeling with Southia since the win over Florida? I mean, did you see Parker make the catch? What's your reaction? Is it feeling the weight lift off your shoulders at that point? Or?
Honestly, that feeling, I'll never forget that the rest of my life. But it's almost, it's like surreal, you know? You do everything. You go through all the workouts. You do the waking up early and all winter in the cold, doing all that stuff. And finally, for the ball to fall your way, it's exciting, you know?
You said that you waited 6 years to find out you were going to a bowl game. How did you guys find out? How, you know, where were you? Where did the coaches tell you?
Coach Drink does a good job of just keeping us in the loop and using teamworks like the app or in team meetings. He kept us posted the whole time. Yep.
So it was over your phone you found out?
Excuse me?
It was over your phone that you found out?
I think officially it was in the team meeting room, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you felt an extra level of excitement at practice at all? You know, extra motivation, or do you feel like it's been pretty normal overall?
I feel like we always practice with good energy and all that stuff. So, but when you're playing for a bowl, like Coach Rink says, I mean, at the end of the game, there's going to be a trophy. You know what I mean? So we got to practice to win that.
Mike, did the details of who you're playing, where you're playing matter much to you? I mean, did playing Army mean something for you personally and all, or is that just kind of?
No, I mean, they're a good opponent. I'm excited to play them. But it really didn't matter who we were going to play. I'm just excited to say we're doing it.
There's been a lot going on. Practices over the weekends, finals this week. You're coming up, all of that. I mean, you know, how do you manage a schedule like that? Does that impact you at all?
It's hectic for sure, but I mean, the coaches do a good job of being respectful with our schedules and trying to work around finals and times that you're working with groups, stuff like that. So.
Anything else for Michael? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Honestly, I didn't really know like what bowl game we get, but now that I know and I found that out, then yeah, I'm more happy about that. You know, I get to be back home. You know, I'm a Texas native, so that's a good thing to go back home and compete in front of my hometown.
Do you have an idea, like roughly, like how many friends, family you're gonna have there?
I don't. At least 20, about 20 people.
I know Denton and Fort Worth are not necessarily like close because of traffic, but like, does it feel like it's a hometown game for you, despite it being kind of a huge area there?
Honestly, yes. You know, the DFW is all in the same vicinity. It's a metroplex area, so yeah, it's as close at home as I've been in the past couple of years. So I look forward to going back home and competing.
Husky Texans are pretty proud. You've got 17 of them, I think, on the team. And how excited are just like the larger group of you to go home and play in your home state and you know, try to play the best game you can?
We look forward to it. You know, when we found out we was going back to Texas, all the Texas guys, we got kind of excited. You know, we plan on going out there, and it's a Texas game, so of course, you know, we're back home, but we're looking at it as another game, another chance to compete one last time. So that's what we take it as.
Obviously, a bowl game is such a big goal for guys like Mike Maddie, Tyler Beatty, and all of you really, but what do you feel like the vibe has been in practice and the attitude really?
I feel like it's been like a normal week, you know, it's just another game, so we take it day by day, play by play, you know, nothing's really changed, and so we go out there with the same demeanor, same mindset, one-and-oh mentality.
What's that balance like? I know you guys got finals going on, you got practice. What's that balance like for you guys?
It's a little hectic, you know, but, you know, this is like the lifestyle that I chose, so I can manage that, and, you know, pretty much it.
Husky, when you saw the opponent was Army, kind of unconventional opponent you guys haven't played before, what were your initial thoughts, and then what have you learned about them?
They're a very competitive and physical team. You know, they're a good football team, and I seen them run the ball. They can move the ball, and so in their defense, it's physical. They run to the ball, hover over the ball, and so from my perspective, I respect them as a football team and what they do, and so I really look forward to competing with a team like that, honestly.
Did you get a chance to watch the Army-Navy game at all yesterday? Did you learn anything from that game?
Yeah, I learned that they can move the ball, you know, and you're gonna have to come out detailed and technique, and you're gonna have to compete every play to the whistle.
Have you been to where TCU plays before, either for a high school football game or anything like that?
No, I haven't.
Any Counselor Toski. Thank you, sir.